Alrighty, welcome back. This is CT Time on PlusTvAfrica. So let's just get straight into the next conversation of the day, because we have many buzz to discuss and we still have an amazing talent to interview and get to know better. So right, let's just jump straight into it. Relationship expert Okoro Blessing, also known as Blessing CEO, has finally revealed why she couldn't keep her marriage despite being intelligent, she does say so herself, and a certified relationship expert. In a video shared on her Instagram, she has disclosed that she couldn't keep her marriage because it takes two to keep the union called marriage. This apparently means that she couldn't have done the job all alone in order to save her marriage from crashing. She further disclosed that the intelligence pertaining the love and relationship matters that she exhibits today is born out of experience, not overnight. That's it, please.
Okay. So I agree with her that it takes two people to keep a marriage. That's just like very, very true. When you're in a relationship with someone and it feels like you're the only one putting in effort, it gets tiring. Whether you're a strong person or you're resilient, as people will say, I'm very resilient, it doesn't matter, because when you keep putting in and you're not taking anything, the other person is just laid back, becomes a problem. Like, you can't keep up like that for a very long time. So I actually agree with her what she said. It's not just even marriage. When it comes to friendships, any form of relationship, I think about myself and I'm like, there are some friendships I know I've been in that I'm giving more than the other party is actually putting on the table, and it gets tiring.
Yeah, it does.
Every time, every small thing, you have issues. Okay, it's fine to have issues, yeah. But when I have my own issues, you're not there. So every time you have issues, you're calling me. I'm always there for you. We go out. I foot the bills. You know, those kind of things. You're just like, oh, my friend. But that person has not been there for you. Like, even with advice, you're not there. So it just
you're not interested.
Do you understand? It doesn't balance, and then it doesn't like sit well, and the other party will get tired. So I just feel like the same energy should be coming from both parties to make a relationship work. It can't be one person. It's going to get tiring. So
yeah, no,
I agree with her, actually. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, even the statements in, you see, the thing about Blessing is that most of the time she does have a point. I've just never really agreed with her approach or her method. Either it's a bit too lousy, or it's insulting. But this one now, I think I would say that I agree with the message, but the attitude from me that she had makes me want to believe that that's not the message she was trying to actually like pass across. Yeah, like she was actually throwing a sub that, you know, I had nothing to do with the ending of the marriage, but you know, if you are the problem, then that's not on me. And I don't know if that's always a good approach to me. In my little experience of life, I'm not that old. Yeah, most people who are that quick to put all the blame to someone else isn't taking accountability for their own issues, which sometimes could be also the problem as to why the relationship even failed. Yeah, because you don't see your actions, you minimize yours, and you think that you are the victim. It's a victim kind of thinking. So I'm not sure what the situation is. It could be your approach where you know the person really isn't pulling their weight and it's all on you, or it could be that you're actually the problem, but you think that you aren't. And there's nothing that the person can do, because instead of you to be accountable to your own actions, you then pull a blame game. And then the final answer of, like, you know, she saw herself that way, kind of, for me, contradicted the first point. Yeah, because if you know that your intelligence has evolved, it means that at some point in your life you're not as intelligent as you were now, which already shows a flaw in character. Do you get what I mean? So then how do you now confidently still say that the other person is the person that has a problem, kind of stuff? I don't know if
I agree with you, actually. That victim, what's it called? You're trying to always victimize yourself, that, oh, I'm playing the victim, I'm always guilty, like you're not guilty, the other person is always guilty. That actually happens a lot. That happens a lot.
That still happened to me quite recently. There was a big fight about certain things with a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, and I noticed that, you know, there's a lot of things that he was trying to make me responsible for that he did not like about maybe stuff that I did or whatever. But at the same time, this is something that was never communicated communicated. If anything, I would even ask, are you okay with this? And then you will say that you're okay with it. I mean, sometimes we do say we're okay, but we're not.
Okay,
but those things are not my responsibility. They are yours. That's a default from you, that you didn't have the stomach to say whatever reason. I mean, I'll feel bad and I can still say, oh, sorry that was happening, even though it was unintentional, but it's not my responsibility to take. And even with all these like relationships that are unequal, some of the times these people, you know for a fact that this person is giving you all that they can. Whether or not that's okay for you is up to you to decide. If you stick around though, you are communicating that you're okay with that person's level of whatever, because if you've never complained, that you've never left, then I'm not going to know that you're not satisfied. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, sometimes you say that somebody's manipulating you, or somebody's
you're manipulating yourself.
Yes, because the person never pretended to be something else. You're the one who's lying to yourself.
Like you're strong-willed and you can deal with it. That's the problem.
Absolutely. So again, I think we should also learn how to like balance out that there's never really a proper 100% villain and a good guy. I think both of us definitely have a part to play in all of that, for sure.
But one person will surely have a bigger part to play. No, some cases, one person has a bigger part to play. Because I'm thinking about some stuff that happened. I'm like, one person, sometimes they just do the most. Like when you think about it, you're like, like you can wait, like this, what I've done and what this person does to me, it doesn't like, it doesn't weigh. This person does way more terrible, unspeakable stuff to me than I could actually imagine of doing to the other party. Do you understand?
But do you think that, I get that from your perspective, but do you think that the other person could feel the exact same way?
Do you know sometimes they actually know? Because sometimes you might communicate that, oh, see what you're doing, I do not like it. Please change your character. I don't like what you did. Then when you're complaining about that thing, the person will now make you feel bad for complaining. Have you had that situation before? I'm like, what is happening here? I legit just said, what is hurting me? And you're making me feel bad for saying what is hurting me. You're now shouting at me like you're making me feel like I'm the victim, like I'm a bad person.
Like, why would you say that? That's not nice.
How would you say that to me? You're breaking my feelings. I've been here for you. And I'm like, yo, we've not settled what is paining me. Do you understand?
Deep. So I like that you say that, because I remember I was in this. Hey, we have a lot of anger coming out of this show. I was in this relationship ages ago, and I remember like, I'm such a quiet boy. I've always attracted quiet people. And you know, you never really talk per se, but me, that's your own. You don't want to be quiet now, Abby. When I'm hurt or something and I say, dude, you came late or something, you know, say, why you came late that year? I'm like, There's time for you to say your own, nobody's forcing you. Why is it when I'm saying my issue, you now bring, because that means you're not really caring about what I'm saying. You're using that means to just say, you don't have a right to say what you're saying at that moment. Human beings.
Messed up.
That's why we should just all like have a pet, stay single. And keep all the stress away. Anyway, oh my gosh, I just remembered this meme. That should have been the trending video for the day.
What meme?
This lady that said, she was speaking in pidgin, and she was like, you're not supposed to put relationships on your head. You're supposed to put on your head.
So if you just do one way, you drop it.
Iggy Azalea is taking a break from music, guys. And she said that she's doing that for a few years to focus on other creative projects. The 31-year-old rapper took to Twitter to reveal her upcoming third studio album, End of an Era, and it will just be as the title reads, and that she is excited for her fans to see different sides to her in the upcoming months. This is what she said: End of an Era is so special to me because after I drop my album next month, I'm going to take a few years to focus on other creative projects and things I'm feeling passionate and inspired by beyond music. I'm excited for you guys to see different sides to me in the future. Okay.
If I say what I want to say now,
say with your full chest.
I thought she already ended.
The tea just burnt my throat.
No, because I've not really heard any like new beat from her in a while.
Oh, she's been singing.
In a while.
She has been
last year. Did she drop any?
This year. There's a new music video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
I just feel like after Fancy, Black Widow, and Problem, she just died down a bit.
I mean, those were like like those were like universally big and massive hits. She hasn't had that anymore, yes, but she has been singing non-stop. She's even been in arguments, self-cultural arguments about
yes, we've been seeing her in that, but like music, I'm not really...
even with her music, like the music, there's a music video where she was heavily backlashed for being for black facing, like they said her skin tone was too dark, she dresses like a black person, she dances like a black person, all that kind of stuff in her recent music video. And you know, she came out to discuss a lot about that. So she's actually been in that space. I would even say that in the way in which she's been accepted is probably what's pushing this thing. Yeah, because she has a very, even her body is not like a white babe. No, I mean, this is now me just generally speaking. She has a
very curvy,
a black physique, and I guess, you know, her sound, because she's also into rap, which is a heavily black dominated genre in America as well. I think it can look like she's trying to be more black, because that's honestly the culture, you know. It's a very black owned space, and it's been a bit hard for her. I think she's been heavily criticized, and I wouldn't mind if she feels like, oh, why am I even stressing so much? I can't go do other things, and I'm capable of doing other things. I think that's good for her. I just hope that they will accept her in whatever other space that she...
Personally, I feel like her fire kind of died a bit. I don't know. It lit off a bit, because when she came out, I remember that time when Iggy came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh, she's taking over the rap scene. She's going to compete with Nicki. Like, but after those 3 major hits, there wasn't any other hits that we all, like, you know, vibe to. I remember Fancy, I remember Black Widow, I remember Problem, because it was the major hits, as you said. But like, I didn't remember any other one that really grabbed everyone's attention. That's what I'm saying, that hasn't she been, but you know, out artists for a
have
bit?
That though. Lots of people have that. A lot of people come into the industry.
But then for the person that she was up against when she came out, people were saying she's going to go against Nicki. Nicki has a lot.
Whoa, who is comparing Iggy
when she came... when she came out, they were like, oh my god, this girl can rap. Oh my god, she's going to go against Nick. I remember that time. Oh wow, it was a thing. She was like, oh yeah, she's good. Like, people were saying that, oh, that she's going to, you know, people now what they were saying that, oh, she's going to go against Nicki and all of that. But she didn't live up to the, you know, expectation. But it's fine. I like that she's taking the break and she's come out to announce officially, yes. I like that, and then she should focus on other stuff, which is fine, which is okay.
I think the music industry is like that, where you have to prove yourself. There's a lot of people that are capable of throwing big hits, and you know, they get all the noise in the world, and then it fizzles out, and then just continue to just be in their lane. It takes a very few people that do it the way these Wizkids and Burna Boys that we've been talking about for decades. There's not that many of them that keep that. Even those people, you actually see that they have gaps in their record of silence, of like, you know, Wizkid was dropping many songs, but it's not all his songs that were like Essence or, you know. So, excuse me, I think the industry is kind of like that, where everybody has their times to really shine.
More like longer silence than the others.
Yes, exactly. And maybe some people never get out of that silence. Okay. Someone think that we and I have singing songs, and our artists that have songs that have been trending. It's just our job, but don't come for us. Anyway, thank you so much. We need to go on a quick music break. Thank you for keeping tuned. Don't go anywhere. We still have an amazing talent coming in right now.